Hi, my name is Smita from JoArty.
Hello, I am Manjusha.
Topic for today's video is Where the Mind is Without Fear, written by Rabindranath Tagore, who is a Bengali poet, short story writer, song composer, essayist, and painter.
India's national anthem was written by Rabindranath Tagore.
So without any further ado, let's get into the video.
First, let us read the poem. Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arm towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake. Now let us have a look at the meanings of each line.
Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high. In the very first line, the poet praised the Almighty that his countrymen should be free from any fear of oppression or forced compulsion. He wishes that everyone in his society has his head held high in dignity. In other words, according to him, in a truly free country, every person should be fearless and should have a sense of self-dignity.
Where knowledge is free. In the second line of the poem, the poet dreams of a nation where knowledge would be free. Education should not be restricted to the upper class only, but everybody should be allowed to acquire knowledge. Not only that, the children should learn freely from the nature and the world around them. They should not be forced to memorize some predetermined lessons.
Where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls. In these two lines, the poet emphasizes the unity of not only his countrymen but also the entire world. He thinks there should be no division among people based on their caste, creed, color, religion, or other baseless superstitions. In other words, prejudices and superstitions should not divide the people in groups and break their unity.
Where words come out from the depth of truth. In this line, the poet wants a nation where people are truthful. They should not be superficial and words should come out from the depth of their hearts. As there's a saying, choose your words wisely, put your brain in gear before you put your mouth in action.
Where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection. In the sixth line of the poem, the poet wants everyone to work hard to reach their goal and in the long run to reach perfection. He thinks that they should not be tired by working. People should not be lazy and ignoring their work.
Where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit. The poet compares reason or logical thinking to a clear stream, and in the next line, he compares dead habits or superstitious beliefs to a dreary desert. He wants the stream of reason not to lose its way into the desert of prejudices. In short, people's thoughts should be monitored by rational thinking, not by superstition. Logic should rule over old baseless beliefs.
But the mind is led forward by D into ever-widening thought and action. In these lines, the poet wishes his countrymen to be progressive and broad-minded. He wants that their minds are led forward to ever-widening thought and action by the Almighty. In short, we should be open-minded and do something unusual or extraordinary, overcoming the narrowness of mind.
Into ever-widening thought and action. In the final line of the poem, the poet addresses the god as Father. He asks him to awaken his country into such a heaven of freedom where the above conditions meet.
Where the mind is without fear was included in the volume called Naivedya. The poem is a prayer to God to protect the nation from evil effects.
The poem was written by Rabindranath Tagore during the time when India was under the British rule and people were eagerly waiting to get their freedom. It is a prayer to the Almighty for a nation free from any kind of manipulative or corrupt powers. This poem is a reflection of the poet's good and ideal nature.
He has utmost faith in God. He prays to God with all his heart that he should guide the countrymen to work hard, speak the truth, be forward and logical in approach. Rabindranath Tagore aspires to see his country and people in peace and prosper. He loves his country a lot and wishes for its welfare.
Hope you liked the video. Do subscribe to our channels.
You share the video with your friends to help them understand the poem. Bye!